Hi everyone, I am Garvita Chauhan, All India Rank 18 of RBI Grade B 2023. So as we know that phase 2 for this year is tomorrow, and many of you asked me to make a video on how my experience was on the day of the exam, as we know that exam itself is of 5.5 hours in phase 2, and also what should be the temperament on the day of the exam is also what some of you asked. So I'm here to discuss some do's and don'ts both on the day of the exam and also a day prior to that, like what you should be doing today evening and also tomorrow morning before you go to the exam center. So let's begin. So an evening before your exam, that is today, you need to do a couple of things. First of all, stop studying after 6 p.m. 6 p.m. is the hard deadline. Don't study anything after that. Don't overstress yourself. Whatever you have prepared is enough, more than enough. You just need to be very calm to be able to utilize whatever your mind, your brain has already imbibed in itself. Um, the most important thing that all of you need to do today, especially the non-localites, is to see where your exam center is. If you're traveling to some other city and you're unsure of where the exam center is, please see if you can go today, if you can book a cab and see how long does it take for you to go from your hotel or wherever you are staying to the exam center. And also pre-book your cab in the night time only. I think they ask you to report at around 7:30. That is what I remember. Just check in your admit cards whatever time it is and try to reach 15 minutes before whatever time is written there. Decide on what you want to wear for the exam. I have given almost all my exams in my most comfortable clothes only. So don't wear anything which will not keep you very comfortable throughout those, because it's a very long exam. You have to sit there for 5.5 hours and also in between the break. So wear accordingly. Then pack your bag. Keep all the essentials, your water bottle, your medicines if you need any. Then what else? Your admit card, most important, your admit card, your government ID. Then also keep, if you are in a habit of consuming caffeine in any of the ways, you can keep your coffee or your Red Bull or howsoever you like it in your bag to consume it after in during the break time. Also keep something very light for your lunch, especially those who are not going to give the exam from their home. So plan beforehand, like what you are going to have in your break time, how are you going to arrange for your lunch. Same goes for even breakfast. Decide beforehand only. I usually carry energy bars in my bag whenever I have to go for certain exams, because I always have to travel for all of the exam centers. So energy bars or bananas is what I keep, and apart from that I keep my coffee ready to have it after, like in between the two exams. So that helps, that keeps me awake in the second shift. um, then read all the instructions on the admit card. Don't think that even if you are giving the exam for the second or third time, even then please go through all the instructions given in the admit card and keep 2 copies of the admit card. Also keep your passport size photographs. I am not sure if they mandatorily ask for it, but keep them for safe side. Also keep a shrug or a full length full arm shirt or something, because sometimes in such exams the AC setting is way too cold, so that keeps you very uncomfortable for throughout the duration of the exam. So I always carried a shrug with me. Also keep a move spray with you. It might sound funny, but most of us get very stiff shoulders after attempting the paper for more than couple of hours. So keep it with you if, in case you want to use it in your break time. Then what else? I think we have pretty much covered everything. I like to call these as hygiene factors, the same way we have hygiene factors in our one of the motivation theories. And I feel that these also play a very, very crucial role in how your performance will be in the exam in those 5.5 hours. So don't take them lightly. Put in some effort, put in some time to getting all of these things set. Now coming on to one more exercise which I always do before any of the exams. A night before the exam, I always try to think how my next day would be, how my exam day would be, and I like to imagine everything positive about it. I try to imagine the day in utmost detail. How will I reach the center? Then how the system would be allocated. So I like to imagine that in as much detail as possible, with all the positive factors. Don't think of anything negative in this exercise, and it turns out that pretty much always the day turns out to be that way only. I mean, most of it. So I this exercise, it personally helps me a lot in calming myself down. If not anything else, it keeps me calm, it keeps me feel prepared and confident about myself, and I hope it helps you guys as well. Just try it out for yourself. Just try to think that you have given your performance was great in the exam. You feel very confident while coming out of the exam center. Just think that way. If nothing else, it will keep you happy for the night at least. So yeah, now moving on to what you need to do on the day of the exam. So on the day of the exam, just be calm. Don't take unnecessary pressure of anything. Take the blessings of your parents. It will boost your confidence. It will give you a lot of positive energy. Don't overthink anything. I think it's like half the battle won if you go there with the right attitude, with the right mindset, and don't keep any expectations from the exam. It might so happen that if you when you see the paper, you would not know half the things. It might happen. So don't set any expectations about how the exam will be. uh, when I saw the ESI objective paper, trust me, I was not sure even about one question, that in the objective part I was not sure even about one single question. But somehow I did not score very good in ESI objective, but I think I scored decent enough. So sometimes you just need to be calm, and because you know much more than what you think you know. So focus completely just on keeping yourself calm. That's it. What I used to do was I did something called as box breathing. So you just imagine a box in like a square box in front of you, and you just breathe in till 1 2 3 4, then hold your breath for another 1 2 3 4 seconds, then breathe out 1 2 3 4, and then again hold your breath for 1 2 3 4. So just form that box and keep doing that for 10 times, 15 times, till it keeps you calm, till it brings you back to your normal calm self. Do that, and you don't need any equipment or anything to practice that. You can do that right in the exam hall also. It helps a lot. Or if you know any other techniques to calm yourself down, don't try anything new. If you already have something in your mind, if you have been practicing meditation, do that. Meditate for just 2 to 3 minutes. That would also be sufficient. Do that and then go for the exam. Then a couple of things that you need to keep in mind is, when they'll call you at around 7:30 in the morning, if I'm not wrong, and then they will scan your face with your photo ID card and everything, and most of the times their scanner doesn't work. So don't get into that anxiety mode there. They will take some 4 times, 5 times, 10 times to recognize, to do that face recognition. Don't be anxious during that time. Keep yourself calm. It is very normal. It happens with everyone. Then the second problem that people face is that when they start typing their answers, the keyboard doesn't work. That is also extremely normal. Just raise your hand, ask them to change your keyboard, and they'll do that. Don't make any mistakes in the attendance sheet. Take that very seriously. Then what next? Don't be overwhelmed by the exam paper. Don't, like, both ways. if you don't know, then also keep going. Some questions will come which you would be very sure of and you will mark correctly, and then you always have subjective part. You can write something in the subjective part. Don't think about the difficulty level or how others might be perceiving the paper. Don't think about any of that when you are sitting there. Also, if you know the answers, then don't get super excited or don't be very don't be overconfident is what I want to say. Just keep yourself grounded, keep yourself calm, and then attempt the paper, whatever the case may be, even if you know, even if you don't know. During the second shift of the exam, you would be very tired because you've already given one exam and then the two exams are back to back. So take out some time, take out some 3 to 4 minutes to drink water. Even if you need to go for a bio break, do that. Don't sit there very uncomfortable because that would be very counterproductive. Be relaxed at all times and just focus on one question at a time. Don't think about how will you finish the paper, how much time is left. Do keep that in mind, but don't over stress about it. Just put one question in focus and give your best in that one question during that particular time. So just keep in mind that you just need to clear the cutoff. You don't really have to top in RBI Grade B. Nobody here knows. We amongst our batchmates, we don't know anyone's rank or it, because it doesn't even make any difference. It's not like UPSC that your rank would decide your service or anything. Everyone, once you clear the cutoff, is at the same level. So just focus on clearing the cutoff, and that is more than enough. Then yeah, after you are done with your first half of the exam and you get the break, please don't talk to anyone during that time. Don't talk to any other aspirants during that time, because some might say that the paper was very difficult, some might say that paper was very easy, and either way it might affect your mindset. So this happened to me not in phase 2 but in phase 1. Mine was the evening shift, and the batch which came out, I just randomly asked someone how the paper was, and this girl told me that quant was extremely difficult, and it was extremely difficult. But then that just scared me, like what will I do, what will I do inside once I'm there in front of the screen, how will I solve the paper. So that happens, that it impacts your mindset, it impacts your confidence level as well. So it's better to avoid such conversations. In the end, I would just say that don't make this exam a very big deal than what it is. It doesn't require a superwoman or a superman to clear this exam. It doesn't require that ability. Just utilize what abilities you have to the best, and that will happen. Again, I'm saying the same thing, that will happen only when you will be calm. So focus on that and just trust yourself. You have read enough, you have done more than what is required, much more than what is required. And those of you, especially those of you who are thinking that they wasted time or they could have done something better, please don't think about all of that, because this is a very common tendency. This is a human tendency to think that way. All of us are well prepared, and trust me, all of us are in the same boat. Everyone who is a serious aspirant is doubting his or her ability at this point of time. The only difference that a person who will make it to the list and who would not is just about the calmness of the mind. That will be the only difference. Otherwise, all of us, when they are sitting in phase 2 or even in interview for that matter, all of us are almost on the same level. So just play to your strengths and give your best, and then surrender everything to God's plan, God's will. That is all from my side, and all the very best for tomorrow. I'm sure all of you will do really well. Thank you.